Whenever you want to.
3, 2, 1. Look, if Canada wanted the gold that bad, maybe they should have stopped him.
I mean, we're 8 seconds in. We're already fucking talking about international incidents. What the hell, man? I mean, if they had if they could hit an open net and win on 5-on-3, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
USA, Canada, gold medal, tight game. You feel it in your chest. Now, for a second, imagine that went to a shootout. The whole building's frozen. Deck Hughes just glides in calm. Snap, top shelf. Handshake line silent.
No, it's kind of a moment that makes a career, but it's also a moment that makes Canada sad because, God forbid, they can't win silver. The only silver they can ever win is in the fucking Olympics.
Good. So, sports are supposed to hurt.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
Sports are supposed to hurt somebody. There's none of this participation trophy bullshit.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I got myself there. Oh, shit. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Roll it. This is why we can't have nice things.
Viewer discretion is advised. This podcast is intended for audiences 18 and over and is absolutely not for the easily offended. Strong language, strong opinions, and questionable life choices ahead. The views expressed on this podcast do not reflect the views of the Nerdport Network. Probably, we assume.
His eyes on the clock, a ticket bomb ready to shock. Still got dodge, he has let loose. Total less, no more excuse. Doesn't risk posse, hits the floor. Pure drunk, begging for more. Break the glass, tear it down. Smash the room and wreck the town. Look at the mess the ruin brings. This is why we can't have nice things. Seconds, pure heat, fast drums, heavy beat. Burn the wood, stay warm, face the center of the storm. Break the glass and tear it down. Smash the room and wreck the town. Look at the rest the ruin brings. This is why we can't have nice. Watch the smoke, see the fire. Take the wreckage even higher. This is why we can't have nice things.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things on the Nerdport Network. I'm your host, F. and Ronnie, and with me, as always,
Right here, your Chaos co-anchor, Captain Stuntcock.
and we should be joined. Dustin, it's his birthday. He's got the night off. James might be jumping in, might be not, but it might just be a two-man crew for tonight. If it is, then, well, who are we going to piss off today, brother?
Well, I say we start off with some of our favorite people. I know I'm a fan. I know you're a fan. Let's start with MLB.
Oh, you mean the fact that they lost the rights to Sunday Night Baseball?
Well, ESPN lost the rights to Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, they decided to take that and go to NBC, which I don't think NBC has had legit baseball on Sunday night since Bob Costas used to call the Yankee games.
Right.
So we're talking about like 2001. Well, they decided to pivot, and how to describe it? They want to they want to highlight women's sports on Sunday.
Okay.
So instead of their 8:00, they instead of Sunday Night Baseball, they have turned around and is going
Sunday
to
night knitting.
What?
Sunday Night Knitting Bees.
Right, yeah, Knitting Bees. That would be on the Ocho, sir, not ESPN.
Still ESPN, even if it's the Ocho.
That's fair, but right now it looks like it's going to be mostly softball
Okay.
getting put on Sunday night, which that's fine. I'm good with that.
Okay.
But also during the summer, you're possibly going to get that between that and the WNBA. That's if they have a season.
Okay. If they have a season, yes.
Because right now they're still coming to the table trying to figure out if they can come proper with a deal.
Right.
But the internet is melting down. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. The air quote, masculine men are melting down because, women can't have sports apparently.
Are you sure it's not because of people are allergic to change and not that people are allergic to women?
I mean, that is also that is very possibility, but okay, if that's the case, then literally so take this with a grain of salt. I have been seen on places like TikTok and Instagram and shit like that, someone going, well, when was the last time you watched a women's softball game? When was the last time you watched a WNBA? You know what my response to that was? When was the last time they were actually properly aired on television?
Let's just be honest and say it to these quote masculine fellers. Nobody's taking your remote control, dickhead.
Yeah, like
if you don't want to watch women's softball, if you don't want to watch the WNBA, if you don't want to watch the women's PGA Tour, nobody is stopping you from taking your grubby little fucking fingers and pushing the buttons on your stupid goddamn remote and turning on like fucking Duck Dynasty or whatever gay dick sucking shit you watch.
Can I ask
If you don't like it, change the motherfucking channel.
Let me ask you something, right? And this is the thing that no one's going to talk about. This is women's sports, but I guarantee you they would have a different reaction if this was put on Sunday instead of softball. What if gymnastics or swimming was put on Sunday night?
Yeah, exactly. They'd lose their shit because it's not a masculine sport.
But not even that. Oh no. How fast would they be like, oh, well, I can ogle over these women that are fucking doing things that I could never do.
Oh, immediately.
Oh, I can't. If Livy Dunn is on your television screen, I guarantee you wouldn't bitch and moan. But because someone is throwing a softball that is better than you, that doesn't need a beer league to do it.
Somebody's throwing a softball at fucking 80, 90 miles an hour.
I'm sorry, but you know who one of the greatest softball players ever in our time is? And she's a freaking dime. Is fucking anyone remember Jenny Finch?
No.
Girl can chuck a softball close to 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
She's a gold medal winner. She's done more for softball, and she's the driving force behind MLB's women's softball league.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, bet you didn't hear that Major League is trying to do a WNBA type thing and make a women's softball league for these women coming out of college.
That is true.
But no one wants to talk about that because, oh, well, it's not going to make them money. Which I guarantee you, if you had more people putting Major League things together, you'll get your eyes on the fucking product more. It's like the reason why WNBA doesn't do well is because the marketing's not there. But it's just, it's an overreaction to an announcement that's louder. They're trying to be louder than the actual announcement.
That's how it always is, man. We could just enjoy more competition, but no, we need Karen and Kyle internet outrage.
I mean, yeah, and the title of the show, This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, because God forbid everyone needs to bitch and moan. The fans of certain sports are turning into the internet wrestling community.
Fucking idiots.
But you were talking about Major League Baseball.
Correct.
Now, there's nothing that was come through this. This is just an opinion that I was having because I was seeing this. They've been talking about possibly having a salary cap for baseball.
Okay.
What is your thoughts on a salary cap?
Yeah. Yesterday, we need to cap how much these teams are spending, how much they're pouring into these guys, because let's be honest, a lot of these guys are making money that they really don't
Well,
deserve.
should
I'm
there
not saying they don't deserve. I'm saying they don't deserve large contracts. I'm just saying they don't deserve millions of dollars to play a fucking game that we all started out playing as kids to break the boredom on a summer day. So yes, cap salaries.
So here's a better question: as much as a salary cap should be in order, should teams have a salary floor at least? So, meaning, I'll give an example. Paul Skeens plays for Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Yeah.
And he's under a rookie contract, and he's going to be there for another 5 years. At least. Another 5 years.
Okay.
When he gets done with Pittsburgh, or within the next 4 years, when he has a year left in his contract, what is most likely to happen? Him staying with Pittsburgh or him getting paid somewhere else?
Look, the fact is this is what happens. This is it. It's simple. Okay. Your small market team drafts a monster, develops him, finally has hope.
Yep.
And then the big markets show up with a truckload of money and pull him away from his small market team.
But the small market team could to an extent try to afford them, but they don't make the effort to even give him to give him an offer.
They don't have to afford him, because these big money trucks wouldn't be showing up if they hadn't developed him.
Right, but
then it's not like these guys are playing for free.
No.
They're not playing for fucking free. But like, let's take your Mets for example.
Yeah, Juan Soto.
Okay?
Yeah, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto. Okay. Is it fair for you guys to have to compete with the Yankees budgetary wise? Because I'm sorry, while the Mets have money, y'all ain't got Yankee money. Y'all ain't got Red Sox. Y'all ain't got Red Sox money.
Well, you say that, but that's the thing. Because of Steve Cohen's money is why the Mets stole why they stole a player from the Yankees. Juan Soto was a Yankee last year, and they outbid the Dodgers and the Yankees for him.
Oh, okay. So you walked me into that one to make yourself right.
Well, no.
No. Because you know where I was heading with this.
Yeah.
And you went and named somebody that had the exact opposite happen.
What?
So let's take a look. Let's go back to the Mets in the late 90s.
Okay. Yeah, if you're we're talking about the 90s when it was.
No. The scenario is the 90s, but it's still going to set with the Mets, especially since you just walked me into making you right on that.
I didn't mean to walk that one in, but okay, go ahead.
No. You absolutely did, because you knew where I was going with this, and you said Juan Soto because he had the exact opposite.
Well, no, because
you
Juan Soto's also getting paid $70 million a year.
And he's not worth that. Cut his shit by 60. He can live comfortably off that.
Not saying he is. Him and Shohei Ohtani are the two highest paid players in Major League Baseball. Actually, no. Are the top three. Turner is, but I'm saying I used him as an example as more for,
Not the point. But let's say that the Mets didn't have the money that they have now. They didn't have Mr. Cohen's money. So let's go back 20 years.
Yeah.
Back whenever the Mets were the perennial losers, whenever Mets fans wore bags on their heads.
Okay.
You have an all-star player. You guys develop him. Is it fair to make them compete with Steinbrenner's Yankees? Knowing they don't have that type of capital.
So,
It's not.
no,
It's
it's
not
not.
fair.
I just, you know what's weird? The Yankee argument with that for the Mets has always been iffy because when it has to be the Mets trying to pay for certain guys when it's there, it's back page. It's them fighting for the back page. So that if the Mets know that they're going to the Yankees, they kind of actually do fork up the money that they need to. I get your point, though.
Right, but again,
I
the
get
Yankees,
I get your point.
the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, these are three teams that will cough up any amount of money for a player that they want.
Yeah.
Including going in and taking players from systems that developed their talents and made them the star they are, knowing that they can't compete with them financially. So yeah, cap salaries. Let's see if we can't curb that type of shit. Maybe we can stop the Yankees from buying another 21 World Series wins.
But I also think there needs to be a floor for the sole fact that you get guys that are like the Diamondbacks, not the Diamondbacks, sorry, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Reds, that develop these star guys and not even have offers from other people, but refuse to even put up a secondary contract in front of them. Let the player turn it down. At least then in the market, you can turn around and be like, hey, I offered him this. He didn't want it.
Yeah, but they've got too many little fucking stupid rules, especially on farm players, on younger rookie players. You know, where you can't fucking be traded or switch teams for like fucking 5 developmental years or some bullshit.
If it's a developmental contract, they can't be there after 6 years. Once they hit arbitration,
Right.
they're able to get traded. So that's so that's usually when they're 3 years before their contract's up. So like a normal contract 7 years after farm league.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
If you know the things that you understand, it's easier to figure out.
Honestly, though, if you look at it, it's what the Cardinals have done repeatedly over the years.
Yeah, the Cardinals has reloaded.
They bring up these farm system players. They turn some of them into superstar players, and then once we hit arbitration, sometimes they stay, sometimes they go. I mean, look at David Freese.
Yeah, but like
I mean, I know we got him in a trade,
but like you look at like the Cardinals. The Cardinals have their core five, core four players, and then find reasonable contracts around them.
Since you brought that up, I got a fun question for you.
Okay.
Name them. Currently.
Now they're still.
Exactly.
So actually, I can give you at least two. Lars Newbar.
Mm-hmm.
What's the rookie that just came up? He's gonna be the guy they surround him with. Jordan Walker. But like you think about it, but like those are the only two I can really say right now that they're gonna surround their team around. But you go back 6 years ago when it was Yachty and.
Oh God, dude! And with Yachty in that lineup, you can go back even farther. You can go back to like the early 2000s, whenever it was like Yachty, Albert, Waino, Carpenter, and Johnny Peralta.
But you looked at those five, and then the other pieces around them is what made that team. That's what I'm getting at. I'm saying, like, you look at.
You know what? That's true, because back then we had like Randall Grichuk.
Yeah, so they were able to take their core five with their contracts and worked around those.
Yeah. I think it's been a while since St. Louis has had a new player with any real name power behind him.
Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker's your guy. Is your new guy.
Right, he's the new guy, but I'm talking about previous.
Right.
Because like Yanni retired, and
Yeah.
after that, who was it?
Yeah, that they really didn't have a big time guy under contract that they could sell to fans. And that's what really in the long run what you're trying to do. You're trying to sell the team to the fan base for the next upcoming years. I think there needs to be a floor at least. Because I'm sorry, like I said, I look at Pittsburgh, and you have a guy like Paul Skeens that right now he's in pre-arbitration. That's beside the point. But you have this kid coming up from the minor leagues and Connors, who's going to be their possible all-time, like their biggest shortstop they got coming up. Now, take it for what it's worth. It's spring training, and he's. I'll wait until May when he starts fucking actually hitting major league pitching. But if you got a guy that is very anticipated coming up, well, all right. Well, now what? You're getting a core team. You're getting a core player that you're gonna not keep your core around after 4 years. And O'Neal Cruz, Paul Skeens, and Connors. And then what? Like, in 3 years, what happens?
Right.
Then Skeens goes away, O'Neal Cruz goes away, and then what do you have left? You're just standing there with your fucking dick in your hand, pissing in the wind.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't want to watch the same payrolls in October every year.
I agree with that.
There's my argument.
That's why Toronto was such a big deal last year. Toronto making the World Series last year was such a big deal. And just Dodgers decided to go out and buy. Yeah, the Dodgers went out and, what's the Dodgers payroll this year? $381 million this year for their payroll.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Kyle Tucker, Shohei Ohtani, and Blake Snell make over $31 million this season. Kyle Tucker makes $57 million in a year this year. Shohei is making $46 this year. They are together. Tucker and Ohtani together are roughly 32% of the luxury tax.
Okay.
But because because Shohei Ohtani they fucked around with his deal for cash salary, he's only getting paid $2 million this year.
Cool.
But then when his contract's over, he's going to get paid $44 million in a year. Go figure. But
that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it is. It really is. There needs to be a cap. There needs to be a floor. Because you need everybody to... There needs to be an even playing field in reality. Because when you go into every season looking at, the Dodgers... Okay, I know we're not looking at this yet, but the Dodgers...
How many teams can afford a $381 million fucking salary for their players?
4? 5?
Out of how many?
Out of 32?
Yeah, totally fair, right?
So you think about it, the Mets can afford that, the Yankees can afford that, the Red Sox can afford that. I'm not counting the Dodgers, we already know because we're talking about them. So Dodgers, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets, that's it. So 4.
I don't think the Mets payroll is anywhere near that.
Yeah, they are. I'll tell you exactly what their payroll is this year. Their payroll this year is $368. $368 million this year for the Tech. They're second behind the Dodgers.
That's ridiculous.
Well, when you have the contract of Soto at $51 million, yeah. Here's a joke for you. There are 37 between Bo Bichette and Juan Soto. It's 37%.
37% of the salary.
Luxury tax.
Yeah.
They're the two highest guy.
Start capping everything. Level the playing field. And let's break down the egos of some of these guys that are like, I deserve $51 million for fine motor skills.
Well, I've always been under a belief that if you want your contract to be $51 million, okay, you start at say your normal contract's $5 million, and then you get more money progressively how you do in the season. If you max out everything that they give you, it could be up to a total of $51 million. But then you're earning every bit of that contract.
They're not, though.
No, but you get what I'm saying. But then you're not paying them $51 million.
I am a baseball fan myself. I've played it. I've coached it. There is not a player alive today worth that type of money, because what they're doing is a learned skill. Literally anyone can do it.
Now, the only argument that everyone would have for Shohei would be, oh, well, he plays both positions. He didn't do that last year. He didn't play both positions last year.
Is he playing both positions? Is he playing both positions at once?
I mean, hitting and if he's a pitcher, yeah. Because remember, they changed the rule for him.
Yeah, because, that again, that's a fair playing field.
Yeah, because, oh, well, he could be a pitcher and a DH at the same time. So then he's a pitcher that's batting as a we're going to pull him as a pitcher, but then he's a DH. How does that make sense?
So he's playing like in high school and college where pitchers were in the batting rotation still.
Yes, but hear me out. This is where shit gets stupid or
it's already fucking.
Well, or retarded. Say if he's pitching.
Way past it.
Well, hold on. Say if he's pitching and he gets shelled, and he's in the lineup. What normally would happen if the pitcher gets pulled? Normally, he wouldn't be allowed to bat, correct? Nope, not happening. If he's now done with pitching, he can still get his at-bats. He would be in the lineup as a DH.
Okay.
Tell me how that makes sense.
It's fucking retarded.
It is.
I'm done talking about it.
They need to change something because, God forbid, they already have Shohei Ohtani to... They have the Dodgers already in the fucking playoffs and the season hasn't even fucking started yet.
Yeah, they're going to be in the World Series because they bought it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting a argument out of me about that one. And everyone's like, oh, the Mets are buying it too. Yeah, but...
The Mets are buying their way into the postseason, but they ain't buying a World Series.
No. But, like you said, small markets get eaten up by the big markets, and then it's the same fucking people every October.
Yep.
But it is what it is. Right now, it's just a cosplay party, right?
Yep.
But, you know what isn't a cosplay party? I mean, technically you can say that it is the National Football League. Oh,
Okay, hit me.
Well, so you know how they love having traditions and completely fucking with it?
of course.
Well, it has been officially out there that the uh, Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears are leaving their respective stadiums.
Okay, so let me just say the Bears kind of bum me out, especially with where they're moving to. Like they're moving to the fucking ghetto.
Yeah, in the ghetto, with a cabinet of money.
Right, a little hungry, mouth speed,
In the
Gary.
ghetto, in the ghetto.
In the ghetto, Gary, Indiana.
The only thing good to come out of Gary, Indiana is Bob Ross.
And as far as the Kansas City Queefs go, get the fuck out and take those fucking Royals and that faggy ass blue with you.
So, what's funny about that, about the Chiefs or the Queefs going out, is they're technically not changing the fucking thing. They're just going to Kansas City, Kansas, and not.
Correct. I mean, look, it's a smart move, like branding wise, because now they don't have to rebrand.
No. Maybe you get a change of
Oh.
colors.
I don't think you're going to get a change of colors. I think they're going to stay just the way they are. But they are getting a fucking high-end stadium with a dome.
Now, okay. So here's two things with that. I didn't know about the dome. I don't know if it's retractable or not. But how do you feel? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't either, but I'm okay with a dome.
I don't know. I don't. So I am one of
And a
those
giant
people that
fucking-
I am one of those people that if you're going to fucking play sports, play it the way God intended. I can understand baseball because of rain and shit like that, but football, unless there's lightning, the game is played in the elements.
Yeah, but you know they're not going to do that for old Patty Mahomes.
No, but I also like what they did with the seats, or not the seats, but like the stadium that ends up, hey, we're going to heat the field. So the field at least will be there. But, oh, well, because everyone's still bitching about when Miami went to Kansas City and played when they played in the fucking like the 20-degree weather.
They played ice ball.
But, okay, they played
And
ice
they
ball.
don't-
I've played in hurricanes. Like, no bullshit. I've actually played a game, or I've had practice in a straight hurricane. So, for them to be like, oh, well, we need to fix because that's the other thing, too. If you're going to sit here and tell me that the Chicago Bears are going to get a fucking dome, fuck you. Because Soldier Field is the last next to Lambeau is the last of the old guard when it comes to football fields. The Link is gone. The Meadowlands are no more. Their Giant Stadium is no more. Like that. Like what do you? What?
Adios.
Yeah. So you're gonna sit. So Chicago's getting a new stadium. All right. Well, why is Soldier Field going away? Soldier Field should not be touched. And you know it's gonna get demolished because it's in the middle of. Because it's not going to get used by anybody else. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm still a very traditional guy. I think if you want to have a retractable dome, then we're good.
The biggest thing with all these teams moving, because St. Louis moved, Oakland moved, San Diego moved. Now Chicago and Kansas City is like, don't fucking try to sell me the loyalty of these teams to their fan bases while they're treating cities like leases.
Yeah. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, the Jets and Giants should have went, one of them should have went to New York. No, not with the taxes. Like, I don't like the fact that, like, oh, well, the Jets are going to, should be in New York. No, well, they should not be called the New York Jets because they play in Jersey. Or the New York Giants should not be called the New York Giants because they play in Jersey. That's my only issue. But, well, then that leads to the question that you brought up to me, and what would you say about them expanding the league?
I'd be all right with an expansion. Bring football back to some cities that are losing it or have lost it.
San Diego,
St.
St. Louis. What other ones would you? Houston? No, because the Oilers are the Texans are there now. If you could put 2 more teams in, where would it be?
I'd put a team in Utah.
Okay, yeah, Utah, fucking in Provo. That would be that would be nuts because though that crowd base in college is fucking batshit crazy.
Right. And want to go south.
South, I mean, you want
Mississippi.
Would you go Mississippi? Would you go Georgia? Even though Atlanta,
No.
I mean like Georgia, Bama, around that area, like the border.
No, because I wouldn't want to do anything to fuck with that border war.
Fair, yeah. The SEC is. Also,
I don't want to give them.
the SEC kind of lives fucking.
I don't want to give those guys anything to agree over. So I'm going to throw James a bone since he's not here, and I'm going to say Mississippi.
I mean, that wouldn't be a terrible spot.
No, I mean all the Mississippi fans just gravitate towards, closer states that have teams like Louisiana, Tennessee.
Yeah. But, I mean, like you said, loyalty is bullshit when you're treating cities like leases.
Yep.
But there is one more sports topic I want to talk to you about. And it actually broke yesterday, and I didn't really get a chance to put it in the rundown.
All right, what do we got?
It has to do, and it's a college football topic. And it is one of.
We could never get through a week without college football.
Well, no, but it actually has to do with a game that me and you absolutely love. It has nothing to do with Hawaii.
Okay.
Army Navy.
I knew it.
Did you hear about this?
I did, but go ahead.
So, if anyone doesn't know about this, Army Navy usually is the second to last week before championship football.
Correct.
Well, they came out and they want to switch the day of when the game is played from the standalone game during bowl season to Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, but now you're going to change the game where it's not going to be a standalone game anymore. It is going to be fighting against possibly either the Black Friday game or rivalry weekend for college football. And I personally don't agree with it. I don't think it needs to be touched. I think if you're going to do that, you got to find a way to give this. It's either make it a night game, or find a way to make it a standalone on the Black Friday. And that means get rid of the NFL.
Yeah.
But you saw this. So what's?
I'm with you, actually.
Because I don't agree with this. I don't like the fact that Army Navy doesn't need to be moved.
No, that game is too important in that slot.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind it being moved. It has to be with the fact that it has to be a standalone game. It has to be by itself. They've earned that right. If anything, they've earned that right to be the standalone game. The pageantry, like, keep the college football tradition about that, because first off, I hate the Black Friday game. Not just the fact that it's the Chiefs playing, but I hate the fact that it's just, we need to play on Black Friday because we're the NFL. Fuck you!
Right, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas.
Yeah. But, yeah, they want to do... Can we stop fucking with the sanctity of college football? Because everyone will say, there's no sanctity of college football. There is. It bothers the fuck out of me because you're killing a sport that doesn't need to be fucking ruined. I don't mind these kids getting paid. But you don't need the NFL is not the end all be all of football. And college football can take over the NFL if it needs to for one fucking weekend. But yeah, I saw that. I mean, that makes as much sense as the NFL trying to say, hey, if you kick a 60-yarder, it's going to be 4 fucking points. But I'm not going to get into that because fuck them. That's stupid. That's even dumb. That's even dumber than before. But yeah, in reality, don't fuck with the traditional games.
I'm with that.
All right. Well, then that is the sports news. Let's move on to wrestling. Wrestling. And we have some predictions to make. But first, let's hear a quick spot from our from a sponsor for this, because God forbid we're. By the way, if anyone doesn't know, I'm not going to do the read, but if you go back and listen to it, the sponsor for the sports Spart was by Caesar Sportsbook. If you have a problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Everything that we say on this is for fun. We will give you our opinions when sports betting comes down through the week, but if you don't bet over your head, bet with your head, and links are all description down below.
But, yeah, dickhead.
Yes, but yeah, I know, right? That's on me. But wrestling section and the rest of the show is sponsored by Ghost. So let's hear from a sponsor, or quote unquote sponsor, air quotes.
Send us free shit.
Yep. Is there a reason? Are you? It's funny because I say this.
Zero
there
sugar
we go.
And natural the difference. Need a boost to power through your day? Grab a can of Ghost Energy Drink and feel the difference. With bold flavors, zero sugar, and natural caffeine, Ghost delivers the energy you need to crush your workout or tackle your biggest challenges. No jitters, just clean, sustained energy to help you stay focused and on top of your game. Plus, Ghost Energy is packed with nootropics and B vitamins for that extra edge. Fuel your greatness. Choose Ghost Energy Drink and unleash your inner legend. Find yours today, wherever energy drinks are sold.
And that was by Ghost. Thank you for thank you for the plug. And if they have any questions, please reach out to us. Reach out to. I just got a freaking weird message about Jack Doherty. Who the fuck cares about Jack Doherty getting his channel nuked?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Don't. You don't need to know who that is. The only reason I know about that is because he's a fucking raging cocksucker.
You sound like you have some fun friends.
I mean, listen, when you cokes and blow.
Yeah, wrestling.
Wrestling. Speaking of cokes and blow,
Wrestling.
we have the Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
Meanwhile, you have everyone bitching about this show, when then everyone is bitching about WrestleMania.
Well, we'll get to WrestleMania later. Let's stick to Elimination Chamber.
Well, I mean, people are bitching because they haven't sold out WrestleMania yet. Guess what? This is
And
the
then-
show that'll lead to the sellout of WrestleMania.
Dumbasses.
Gotta love it.
Fucking.
Oh, fucking artards. But, alright, so. The Elimination Chamber in Chicago.
Chicago.
Actually, in Chicago.
Yes.
We have the first match, which is the Elimination Chamber, is Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Cody Raheem Rhodes.
Raheem.
Javon, boy, is bouncy Evans. Trick Williams with his lemon pepper steppers. And Jay, I wasn't supposed to be in this match, Uso.
I'm just happy to be here.
I mean, he wasn't.
No, dude, that was Bronson Reed's spot until he ripped his fucking bicep, breaking up a pin.
By the way, get better, Bronson. That sucks. That I knew immediately that you tore your bicep when I saw that.
Why are you always fucking hurting yourself, Braun?
Well, first it's Breaker giving himself a fucking hernia flipping a table.
Listen, Braun. I call him Braun.
You know, you're on that first person.
Right. I call him Braun. Why are you always hurting yourself, bro? First you blow out both ankles, now you blow out your fucking right arm.
You're one more blowout from a fucking quadception.
No. We got the trifecta.
We're just going for the superfecta.
Because the original Vision is all hurt. You've got Seth. I believe it was a knee injury, Rollins.
Yep. Again.
We've got Braun. I don't know how to flip a table without giving myself a hernia, fucking Steiner.
Yep.
And then we got Braun.
Who at least he didn't blow out his arm jumping on a car.
No, he blew out his arm on fucking Jey Uso. Breaking up a pin on El Grande Americano.
Instead of yeet it shit.
And you know what the funniest part of that match was?
What?
The look on Jey Uso's face, because he was just like, oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. And the winner goes to take on Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 42.
Drew McIntyre?
So who's going to be... It's not going to be LA. I'll tell you that right now. I got Cody.
Fun. That. Great.
You get Tricky Williams?
I'm going with my boy Trick Willie.
It's still no. It's gonna be March 1st when this goes. Oh no, it's still be February. Give me Raheem. Give me Cody.
Racist.
Give me Cody. I'll say this. You know who's going to steal the show? It's going to be Javon.
Oh God, Javon Evans is gonna steal the fucking show.
That's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh well, why does Javon? Dude, the amount of people bitching about Evans being in this match because he beat Gunther. Good. We got fucking a new star. We got 2 new stars in him and Trick Williams.
Good. That's gonna keep Gunther open for SummerSlam with Brock.
If they're smart, everyone's like, oh, well, LA should take on Brock Lesnar. Why? What? Tell me the story of why that works. Like, please, tell me the story on where LA Knight beating Brock helps LA Knight or Brock squashing LA Knight helps LA Knight. It doesn't.
Right.
It should be Oba Femi, but that's a we'll get to that.
Right.
All right, now on the women's side, Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka versus Kiana James versus Raquel Gonzalez. Winner goes against Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 42. The money match is Rhea.
Yeah, just another stop on the Rhea train.
But I think they're going to screw Rhea out of this, and I think it's going to be Tiffany. Because Tiffany lost it because she got hurt.
That doesn't mean shit anymore, dude.
I know, but it just, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Tiffany would be
So did Finn, and he never got another shot.
Well, he will. He does on Saturday.
Yeah, but he got fucked by Seth Unsafe Rollins.
Oh yeah, but like I'm just getting at the fact that like what makes the better story? Rhea's the money match. We understand that. In reality, though, when you think about it, like is Jordan Grace hurt?
I don't think so.
Because the money match would have been Jade and Jordan.
She just got called up, too.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just saying, like, you want to build new stars. That would have been... That's going to probably be a SummerSlam match.
Yes.
But... So, I'm taking Tiffy. Who you taking? You taking Rhea?
Yep.
Now, I would love to see a swerve. I would love to see, like, Kiana James. I just would love to see I just want to know the story they would tell. Like, Raquel would make sense, too, but Raquel's on Raw, so it kind of... How do you swing that? Because that would hurt... Unless you're really thinking about splitting the Judgment Day up.
Right.
Because Raquel versus Jade would be a good match, too.
Be all right.
Yeah. All right, the first of the Chicago double. Becky taking on AJ Lee for the IC Championship.
AJ Lee.
Yeah. It's in Chicago. It's their second home. You kind of have a feeling she's going to take the IC belt. Be interesting to see what they do for WrestleMania with that then. And finally, the hometown saint, CM Punk, taking on Finn, maybe the Demon Balor.
It's going to be Punk, but I'd like to see Finn win.
So would I. I agree with you. Punk's not losing at home. Now, there is one little bit of information that we didn't talk about because we really didn't know much. But there is a reveal that will be happening
Oh, who's in the box?
What's in the box?
I'll tell you what's in the box.
Who do you think is in the box?
Honestly,
Yeah, who's your honest? Who is, in your honest opinion, in the box?
don't hate me.
Okay.
But one of two things is going to come out of that box.
Okay.
And it's either going to be very nice
Or very evil.
or very evil. Because Triple H was interested in bringing Danhausen into WWE.
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting.
Oh, no, look. I think they're going to bring him in to prime him to be the next R-Truth.
Now, those two would be fucking great.
Oh, you're just starting to see the comedic possibilities there, huh?
Well, I mean, that was the whole thing. Like, I just, Danhausen and R-Truth would be money no matter what. If anyone thinks this is going to be AJ Styles, you're fucking crazy.
AJ did just sign a new contract.
Right, but why would he be in the box when he was already on Raw?
Well, his new contract is a backstage agent contract.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be in the box, especially when the box was there when he was out in the ring before the Hall of Fame. Apparently people are saying like someone like Josh Briggs. Someone said as a joke that it's Dean Ambrose.
No, it's Donnie.
See, it would feel like it would be Jericho, but again, Jericho's contracts are... There's only one other person that I can honest to God see who it could be, and that would make sense for his debut, and that would be possibly Royce Keys.
Jericho would be cool, but his contract was frozen.
So you're saying Danhausen. I'm gonna flip that and say Royce Keys, aka Powerhouse Hobbs.
He's already debuted.
But he debuted as a free agent. He never debuted on a on a quote unquote main roster. So we don't know if he's NXT or if he's going straight to the main. And this would be two guys that would be just straight to the main roster. They wouldn't go to NXT or anything like that. So, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of who would be in the, like, I don't know who else would be in the box other than those two. I agree with you. Danhausen is a possibility. Jericho would be cool, but it's like saying Mr. Iguana's gonna. It's like Mr. Iguana's not gonna show up.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Danhausen's also very much known for what?
Surprise.
Unboxing videos.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, listen. Now, also, I'll say this. I will say this, and this is to your credit, where you could also go with this. Danhausen debuting in Chicago makes sense because the fans will know who Danhausen is in Chicago.
Oh, dude, everybody knows who Danhausen is in Chicago.
Oh, I understand that, but I'm saying is, if this was in, like, I'll just throw an example. This was in Idaho. Just say, like, I'm just throwing out a spot that's not a hotbed for wrestling like Chicago is. They wouldn't know who Danhausen is. Unless you got the marquee teams. Marquee player, like the marquee guys.
Well, you've also got to remember that Danhausen's face was plastered on the Pro Wrestling Tees shop window in Chicago for years.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Chicago is the perfect spot to debut him because even if the fans on television don't know who he is, the crowd would pop hard for that because it's in Chicago. He might not get that same reaction if it's not in a mainstream wrestling town.
Right.
Like, he would get that pop in New York. He would get that pop in St. Louis. He would get that pop in San Francisco. But you really go anywhere else, I don't know if he, or Chicago, if he's really getting that pop. Not because he doesn't, not because not many people know who he is. The casual wrestling fan might not know who that is.
Right.
And let's face it, when you're talking WWE, a lot of it is the casual wrestling fan. Unfortunately. But
I don't know. I think it's Danhausen.
I'm saying I agree with you. I could see that. I could see it being Royce Keys. Those are the only two that I could actually, in my mind, legitly think could be there.
Right.
All right, should we move on to movie news? Unfortunately, we have to move on to movie news.
Yeah, let's move on to movie news.
Oh, this one hurts. Robert Carradine. Notably from Lizzie McGuire and Revenge of the Nerds, passed away due to inflicted. No, it doesn't say why. I was gonna say inflicted gunshot, but no, they never said why he died. It's due to suicide, due to his mental health.
He lost his battle with mental health and offed himself.
Yeah, they know how, just suicide due to mental health. That sucks. I mean, it's a guy that literally spawned over two different eras. That, I mean, he's known as the two pretty much the biggest roles of that era. One for TV, one for movies.
Right.
And sadly, maybe not sadly, we'll never see that Revenge of the Nerds reboot that he had scripted out.
It happens. Rest in peace, dude.
Yep. Keep it respectful. We're not going to say it. Just, if you want to know more, please go watch his old movies. Go watch his TV stuff. He was a great actor. Speaking of great actors, LeVar Burton.
Oh, yeah.
And a little show that he was in called Reading Rainbow. That I believe he's an executive producer now of it. I don't think he's actually doing it. But Sony has ordered 24 more episodes of Reading Rainbow.
That is exciting as fuck. I grew up on Reading Rainbow. You grew up on Reading Rainbow. And if you're going to sit here and say that you haven't grown up on Reading Rainbow, you're either fucking illiterate or like your parents were rich and bought you that
Hooked on Phonics?
Like, no, not Hooked on Phonics, the one that also taught you other languages. Fucking Muzzy.
Muzzy the Bear.
Yeah.
Isu magnifique.
Bonjour.
Yeah, Isu magnifique.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Oh, that is a fucking 2 o'clock. Those were not 2 o'clock in the morning. Those were fucking at noon after Saturday morning cartoons.
Like right before fucking Babar. Like, hey, we just fucking put on 2 hours of brain rot for your little fucking retard. Order a Muzzy.
Oh, your 9 fucking VHSs of so your kid can learn fucking everything but Latin.
Right.
Listen, it's wholesome fun. Reading Rainbow, great.
Welcome back to the airwaves, Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading motherfucking Rainbow.
And now it's just strictly on YouTube, too.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Reading Rainbow is the reason that I read like 30 to 40 books a year.
Reading Rainbow is a reason that a lot of people hit hooked on phonics.
Like, dude, Reading Rainbow taught me about fucking like optical illusions and shit. Like with a badass book called Opt that I even went out and bought as a kid because cool as fuck. It was all fourth perspective shit.
Listen, we grew up
Like,
on Reading Rainbow and highlights.
all right, so I'm going to tell you a story from my personal life real quick.
Okay, what did I just open up here?
So I don't talk about it often, especially on the air, but the people that actually know Captain Stuncock know that I have a little boy. I have a son.
Yes.
I will fucking die on the hill and fist fight any of you. My kid is way cuter than any of yours. Fuck off. But like, okay, so he's at that age where he's a big fan of Sesame Street.
Okay.
Okay.
You get annoyed.
So
Did you get annoyed that Rocco's just a fucking rock?
No. Look, so the other night, putting him to sleep, and got Sesame Street on the TV, and I never really pay attention to like the kid shows on the TV.
Right.
Sesame Street is so fucking different.
Oh, yeah.
But still the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still Sesame Street. But like, dude, the theme song's changed, all of it. It's fucking crazy. I swear to God, if these new episodes of Reading Rainbow don't start with Butterfly in the Sky, I'm gonna butterfly burn this motherfucker down.
So, have you ever? So you have to go and watch something then. Go watch Elmo being unhinged by Rocco.
Oh no, I will.
Because that is some of the funniest. That is some of the funniest things. Because Elmo loses his ever-loving, like, just it's a rock. It's a rock. Rocco can't feel things. It's a rock. I'm like, the kids show. Okay.
Like whenever Elmo called Robin Williams Mr. Robin, he's like, I'm taking my
fucking stick back, Elmo. I'm sorry.
I have one line.
Yep. But yeah.
Hey, hold on 1 second before we move on from this, because I can only do about 30 seconds of it before we'll get pulled.
Oh God.
It's all right. I'm gonna count it down.
Okay.
Hold on. We've got
You got an ad.
an ad.
Rhode Island. It's neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
Hold on. Is this loud enough?
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
That real shit.
Thank you, Mr. Robin.
I can go twice as high.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
My nigga. You think it's a game? What? My nigga. Nigga. Here we go again.
Okay.
And we're canceled.
Yes, that just happened.
I've heard that one. I've heard that so many freaking times. It's not even funny.
I don't care. That is the greatest version of Reading Rainbow you will ever hear.
Yeah.
Stop that motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. So.
Digital free USAC motherfuckers.
So other news in TV shows. So I'm getting to a point where we're getting to pilots of reboots, and it just kind of needs to stop.
All right, fair.
Because they are now ordering a pilot of the X-Files.
No, I'm stoked for this, dude. I was a fan of the X-Files the first time. I don't give two fucks about what they're doing. I just want new X-Files.
No, so here's my thing. I hope, personally, if this is... I don't want it to be a reboot. I just want it to
I don't
be...
think it's going to be.
I want it to be an extension of the X-Files department. I want these two to be new rookies coming from this that were with Mulder and Scully. Not with, but like, they're still in that universe.
Well, why wouldn't they be?
But
Ooh,
sometimes...
does this mean we're going to get a new Smoking Man?
See, that's the thing. They're saying that this is a reboot of a pilot. Now, the question is when you say reboot, do you mean this is a new world? Or this is the same world as Mulder and Scully?
It's a reboot, so it would be the same world as Mulder and Scully.
So then this would be this. Then this is fine, because then it's just expanding off of the original X-Files.
Correct.
Which I'm gonna be fine with it. And listen, and if I hear one thing on fucking TikTok and fucking Instagram about, oh well, why did it have to be bad? Who the fuck cares?
Right.
Who the fuck cares who they casted as long as the fucking shit is good?
I agree with that.
So I'm perfectly fine with who they're casting. If it works, they're unknown actors. So let's see how it is. If the writing's good, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
So let's see what happens. And I'm perfectly fine. It's a brilliant idea, but at the same time, it is very dangerous. Like, it is great, but it's like, just, I hope the writing is good. That's
I hope
really,
it's done right.
yeah, that's the thing. I hope it's done correctly. Because if it gets popular enough, you could add David Duchovny in there. Like, you can bring them in for cameos per episode.
Right.
So, let's see how it goes. And I'm perfectly
I'm
fine with that, yeah. And then finally for TV news, Winona Ryder is officially joining the season 3 cast of Wednesday. Not really anything big about it. Don't say anything why she's going to be there, but I mean, hey, it's...
I mean, it's going to be cool to see her in there.
It's now just turning into a Tim Burton, let me get all my best friends in a TV show together.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm okay with it. I like Tim Burton.
Could you find a way to fit Michael Keaton into this?
Yeah.
You could, right? You could easily, and Johnny Depp, like, they could easily find a way. I mean, shit, they got Lady Gaga to become a ghost in season 2 for fucking 5 seconds. So, they could easily get Johnny Depp to be in this fucking thing. But, I mean, listen, it fits. That's all that matters. We'll see what happens. But until we hit our anchor topic for the week and close this show, we got our song of the week. So let's hit it, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes.
So,
Paper on the desk, ink for the debt. Sell the shield for a safe bet. Wait for the hammer, the price is climbing, the tower will crack. Sign away the legacy, never looking back. Sell the library, watch the empire fall. Trade the icon to rule them all. Smell the light breathe. Watch the empire fall. Trade the icon to rule them all. The stream is loading. The sky turns red. We are the winners, living on the edge. On the edge. Take it. Take it.
The vault is open, the rights are sold, as the truth is told, one name remains.
And we are back.
Yeah.
That's the first time I'm actually hearing that. You need to get me cover art for that so we can post that on our Nerdport AI channel. Or channel, on the actual Nerdport channel under our AI studios.
Yeah, Nerdport AI Records.
Yes. What was that? That was the Market Warfare was the name of it. And why do we call it... Normally, we tie in all of our anchor topics to our song of the week. And why did we choose Market Warfare for this one? Because Paramount has apparently upped their share to $31 a share from the original the original Netflix offer for $27.50 to acquire Warner Brothers Studios, Warner Brothers Discover. The problem is then now that Netflix has come out and allegedly have said that they will not match their offer.
That's what I've been hearing, man.
So the interesting thing about this is that there's a huge problem right now, because this right now at some point was perfectly okay. Like, apparently, hey, we're going to allow you to go and price yourself out. Like,
And honestly, I think that's what they were hoping, is that, Paramount would be like, well, I think they're really thinking they were going to throw the whole fucking farm at them.
so this is the title coming from USA Today. Netflix exits bidding war from Warner Brothers after Paramount's offer. Now,
Right, but they did make an offer that was accepted by Paramount.
yeah, so
That's the thing.
no. So you
That's
meant
what-
was accepted by Warner Brothers? You mean? You said Netflix offered Paramount.
What the fuck ever, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah. I'm just. So the thing is that Netflix. So originally, there's a lot of weird, like a lot of gray tape through this whole thing. There was a offer that Netflix made. It was $27.50 a share, which came out to roughly, I think it was like $76 billion.
Yeah, a shit ton of fucking money.
Yeah. And it seemed like nobody else was going to buy it. It seems like they had an agreement with Netflix to buy HBO Max, and Warner Brothers Film, and the TV studio.
Correctamundo.
Paramount tried to do a straight pretty much a hostile takeover to get the bidding from Netflix, like trying to outbid Netflix and take it from under them. I think it was originally something around the lines of $30 a share was the original bid from Paramount.
That was the original bid from Paramount.
Yeah. And that could have been it right there, because the Netflix was okay. Netflix is not doing this, and then you're going to turn around, and now we find out that Netflix opened the door for Paramount to re-offer a bid to Warner Brothers.
Right.
Okay, they offered $31 a share, which came out to something along the lines. If my numbers are off, I apologize. It was roughly $87 billion. I could be wrong about that, but if I am, I apologize.
Right.
Okay. So then 87 billion. What happens now? Because it's Netflix decided not to join back in on this bidding war.
Right.
Does Netflix technically has the rights because they already gave they already kind of did a handshake deal on the original fucking bid. Like, it should be
Yeah,
over.
I mean, essentially, there's a big deal in place. Like Netflix made an offer, and they were like, "Yeah, that sounds great to us."
But now, I guess the offer. See, I don't know. The whole thing is I don't know if there was any paperwork filed. There was definitely a handshake agreement. We can establish that. There was a handshake agreement that Netflix was going to get bought.
I think there was more than a handshake because, like, dude, that's an awful lot of money.
But here's the thing. There was intent that Netflix was going to buy this. We know this. This was already all over the news. Right. I think it still needed to go through, like, the DOJ and all those other people.
There's a good possibility.
And that's why it was not technically closed. Now, either way, this is going to have to go to the DOJ because 87 billion with a B is freaking stupid.
I agree. That's a ridiculous amount of money.
But I think the other reason why they went up to $31 a share is because they're not just buying all those other... They're also buying all the other companies. They're also buying their gaming studios. So I think that's why they went up, because Netflix didn't want any of their gaming stuff. So they literally were going to file, like NetherRealm, the guys that made Mortal Kombat. They pretty much were filing for bankrupt.
That's true, they were.
Now that if this is going to see Paramount, they want the gaming side, which that's great for anyone that loves Mortal Kombat. That's great for anyone that loves upcoming games that are through them. Like NetherRealm Studios is a big time. Like, knowing Mortal Kombat would be gone is a big fucking deal. But we were talking about this earlier. If this goes to Paramount, this possibly saves AEW. Maybe not on the politics side, but this saves AEW on the fact of, like, hey, we don't have to deal with we're not going to get canceled because now Netflix owns us.
Well, I mean, they really don't have to worry about being canceled.
They're going to do that on their own.
Not unless that stuff that Royce Keys was talking about on Stephanie McMahon's podcast is true.
Right.
But, like, I mean, it saves them from having Netflix competing with themselves with AEW and WWE.
Right.
That's really what it's doing.
Yes. Like, and I even said, like, the best bet was the fact that the best thing that could happen is the fact that they ended up outbidding. They ended up getting the bid for WB.
Yeah.
Like,
I
as
mean,
much
it
as
could be a good thing, but I got to see where this is going because, like, I mean, it was big news whenever they made that deal with Netflix.
like I started seeing a lot of like quote unquote like news reporting going around like on Facebook, people like saying, "Oh, when I'm asking them for fucking proof, they ain't giving me proof." I don't believe that. I actually had to go on and I'm finding stuff from USA Today, CBS, Daily News, New York Times, Fox News, CNN, AP, like they're all saying the same thing. So it's interesting that Netflix decided to walk away from the Warner Brothers deal. Obviously, I don't think it's fully done because you got to go through the whole thing through the government.
Right.
So let's see where that goes.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
but it is. I mean, it is big. It is big news.
And this literally broke today. Like, we were talking about this, and I literally had to call you and be like, what the hell just happened?
Right.
Because that, to me, is just, oh, well, now what? Like, what happens now?
That's a good question. And what happens to all these properties that are tied into it?
Because, like I said, the huge thing with Mortal Kombat is the fact that, like, that was a big fucking deal.
Right.
Because Warner Brothers, not Warner Brothers, fucking Netflix pretty much told them to kick rocks. You're fucking going bankrupt.
I mean, essentially.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that it's a big fucking deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal, and I mean, we'll go from where we got it, and I mean, there's nothing else you can really do. I mean, the money shows up and then the money disappears. $87 billion is not short change.
I mean, it's definite fuck you money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how this whole thing plays out.
I mean, I think if you're looking at it from the consumer, it's the best news for us.
Right.
I think it wouldn't hurt us as much. I think if you're looking at it as a whole, it's not going to be bad if it was a Netflix. But I think you would be missing on a lot of IPs. I think a lot of IPs would go away if Netflix bought it.
I mean, they might. But we never really know until these things happen because, I mean, it's IP vaults, it's streaming leverage, it's long game control for these companies.
Yeah.
And when corporations consolidate, creativity shrinks, and we wonder why everything feels like a reboot.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like you said, this is why our show title is the way it is.
Right. We had nice things, then the money showed up, and that's why we can't have nice things.
Yep. But we'll keep our ears to the ground and more news going through because, God forbid, this is far from over.
Oh, absolutely far from over.
But with that being said, anything you want to add or you want to bring this into the station?
We can bring it into the station.
All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. If you like what you heard, you can follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter or X at F and Ronnie.
At Stuntcock STL.
And you can join us back here every Wednesday as we dive back into the what the fuck moments of the world of entertainment and sports. And, some sports entertainment too.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please tell your friends. But if you didn't,
Go get fucked.
tell your enemies. But until then, remember, we can always have nice things until they go away. And God forbid, why the fuck can't we have nice things? Good night, everybody.
Fucking retards are why we can't have nice things. It's why we made this show.
I know, right? Go figure. Yeah!